everyone is still talking about Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey. Why? Why did Lori give up this good man? This man that every woman, that every single black woman want. I wouldn't have wanted him if I was single, we was in the age group, and we're in the same socioeconomical group. I just don't think he's attractive. But anyways, why y'all dragging her? Why are y'all villainizing her? Michelle Denise. Hey, Michelle Denise. Shout out to Michelle Denise. Michelle Denise. If you watch this, email me for a free copy of the Wisdom Book. She says, thank you for not making Lori a villain. She's not a villain. I actually commend her. I'm going to be reading some comments and some thoughts, and I'm going to try to finish those notes that I have. It's probably not going to be today because my husband just told me I need to dress the baby today. But and I was going to do a video today, but my husband woke me up early this morning. So I said, let me just go ahead and do a video. I had planned to sleep a little late. I was like, I'm going to sleep till 6 o'clock. But I'm up. I want to thank you for your love and support. I want to welcome all of our new cousins. I have not been welcoming the new cousins. New cousins, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for those of you who have picked up my books, join my Patreon, join my membership on YouTube. Thank you for those comments on Amazon. We're going to be talking about this book this morning because a lot of y'all are mad about why Lori gave up this good man. Be sure to subscribe if you are here. This is your first time. Let us know this is your first time. Subscribe and leave a comment for me. So, yes. Why did Lori give up this good man? Why am I on YouTube screaming ladies about not being 10 years a girlfriend? I am on YouTube screaming and yelling about not being 10 years a girlfriend, ladies, because you get with men who are not ready, who did not prepare themselves to be husbands, right? However, you are ready to be a wife. So instead of you moving along and leaving this man that is not ready to be a husband, you gonna sit there like a fool and wait for him to get ready to be a husband. And the problem with that is 9 out of 10 times when the men are finally ready to be married, they leave you, who's been building them, supporting them, sexting them, having babies for them, buying houses and cars and building a life with them because you thought y'all was going to be ready. And he go leave you and find a girl who knows her worth and marry her 6 months to a year. Now, if the rumors are true, Michael B. Jordan broke up with her. I commend him for breaking it off with her, though I have so many questions. In a year and a half, what was y'all talking about? And be sure to watch the video on the 3 schools of thought. We're gonna go with school of thought number 3. Y'all been dating for a year and a half, Michael. How you didn't know this woman wasn't ready to get married? Why did you go buy y'all a house? Did she pick out the house? Did she say she was ready to get married to buy a house? At some point in the United States, we're going to have to come to terms that we need to do some things to cut the divorce rate. And I guarantee if people could just listen to Cousin James, I could cut the divorce percent in 25% just by dating is for data. Just by that. Okay. Studies show, I haven't looked at the numbers, but the numbers usually don't change. They might go up or down 1% or 2%, maybe 5%, but it doesn't change. And when I did a study some time back about the divorce rate, Do you know what age group have the highest divorce rate? The young people. People who get married in their 19s, 20, and early 20s, because by the time they get to their 35s and 40s, they realize this is not what I want. There are so many divorced women that are divorced in their 35s and 40s trying to find husband number two. The men have found their husbands, right? The men, their wives. But the woman, 35 and 40, that got married at 19, 20, 25, are divorced in their 35 and 40, can't find a husband. And so, I don't think, like I said, let me recap all these. This is how I know people don't listen. You know, people are emotional and they don't listen. The pretty sweetie, she says, I'm 23 and want to be married. So now I'm questioning why everyone is saying 25 is too young. I'm waiting until marriage and don't want to wait to have sex forever. I don't only want to marry for that reason either, because anyone comments either before anyone comments anything. But see, marriage is not about sex, is it? Sex is a huge part about marriage. But marriage is not about sex. Marriage is about ministry. And if you are not ready and prepared to be married and to do ministry, you should not get married. Okay? You should not get married. In my book, The Naked Wife, I talk about how a husband is a calling. I'm always go there. Go on the back of this book. I said, "Do you know that the title husband is a calling?" Yes, husbands are called, anointed, destined, and appointed by God to profess their love, provide for, and protect their wives. A husband is to love his wife like Christ loves the church. How did Christ love the church? Christ loves the church so much that he died for her. So what happens when a husband does not fulfill his God-given ordained destiny of a husband to his wife? It causes his wife to be naked, hence the naked wife. Marriage is about ministry. And like I said, pretty sweetie, you didn't listen to the video, and I comment, listen to the video again. I said, unless you have always wanted to get married at 25, in the year of our sweet baby Jesus, 20 and 22, you should not be getting married at 25 because you're not ready to do the ministry. Now, if Lori was 28, 30, I would be, girl, you better call him. You get on that phone and you call that man right now. Because I think 28, 30 is a good age for women to get married. I think women, especially in this day and time, if you want to go to school, I don't think you should be doing anything when you get married that is going to take away from you ministering to your family. So if you want to go back to school to get your master's, Miss Pretty, and you're 23, go get your master's because you need to focus on your books. If you want to travel the world and see the world, go do that. You want to go get your PhD, go do that. I do not believe a wife, if you read the Proverbs 31 woman, a wife should be doing anything when she is married that's going to take away from her ministering to her family. Schooling takes away from that. Becoming a doctor takes away from that. Becoming a lawyer takes away from that. Being an Instagram model take away from that. Being the it girl, now Lori is the it girl, takes away from you ministering to your family. Because when you get married, your number one priority is your family, your husband, and your kids. This is why so many women who get married young at 35, 40, you hear them say, I feel like I have not lived my life, because they didn't. You got married at 21 and you didn't get to do all those things you wanted to do, and now you feel suffocated and you are resentful towards your husband and you are disrespectful. My husband couldn't marry any woman who's running around trying to do this, trying to he tells me every day, you are my gift from God. He said, you what I need. I need somebody who's going to be home, who's not trying to run the streets, who don't need to be going to the club and hanging with the girls every day, trying to do this, try all over. I need somebody that's going to be home with my kids. He says, I travel a lot. I don't need somebody that's going to have people running in and out of my house, having all kind of strange people around my kids. I need a wife that's going to be home, that's going to be there, that's going to make sure my home is taken care of, my kids are taken care of. Not too many women are ready for that. Not too many women can be in the house and not want to go hang out with the girls. Though, if that's what you need, I don't need that. I don't need that. I'll talk to you on the computer, girl, but don't. I don't got time to be meeting up at Dunkin' Donuts drinking coffee. I got time. I got books to write. Okay. So, if Michael B. Jordan is the right man, a lot of you are saying, how could she pass him up? It's a fair question because I'm like, oh, girl, let's just say he's a good dude. We don't know. But Lori is 25. She's making that money. She's becoming established in herself. You know, she got that Harvey name. Harvey is not her birth name. Harvey adopted her. She took the name and she ran with it. Because Steve Harvey daughters, they look like him in a wig. So they're not, Steve Harvey biological daughters are not Hollywood friendly. They're not Hollywood friendly. Lori is. She's tiny. She light skinned. She talks like a white girl. You know, somebody says she's the blackest white girl he could date. So right now at 25, no, she shouldn't get married. But I hope she lock it down by 30. Because once you go over 30, it's going to be really, really hard. But at 25, no, you shouldn't get married. Not if you're not like me, who've always wanted to get married. Always. So women who pretty, what's her name? The pretty sweetie. I would love to have a talk with you because I would like to know why you think you're married. Okay. Is that my phone? What in the world? Hold on, y'all. I'm shot. My phone is dying. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. So no, Lori shouldn't be getting married. She's 25 in 2022. Absolutely not. Excuse me. And if Michael B. Jordan is the right man, how can he be right when she's not ready? How can Michael B. Jordan be the right man for her if she's not ready to get married, dum-dums? He can't be the right guy for her. It's just like you ladies waiting for Pookie to be ready, dum-dum. If you have to wait for him to be ready, he's not the man for you. If you have to do anything to make him be ready to marry you, he's not the man for you. If you have to get him saved so your pastor can approve of him, he's not the guy for you, baby. Okay? Lauren Mo, she said, I am 25 and I am nowhere near ready for marriage. I am okay with that, But hopefully I meet a man on the same page as me one day. That's kind of confusing. You're saying you're not ready, but you hope to meet the guy one day. So what if you meet him tomorrow, dear? Are you going to be ready? Nikki Cass says, but what if she missed out on Mr. Right because she playing the game, and then when she is ready to settle down, the only man to settle down with is a future type of guy because she played around with the guys. She liked the future type of guys. Look at the dudes she's dated. Look at the guys she's dated. She liked the future type of guys. She liked them. Okay, so Nikki, I say, how can he be Mr. Right if she's not ready, ladies? If he's ready to get married, but you're not ready to get married, how is he right for you? If you're ready to get married and your baby daddy don't want to marry you, is not ready, how is he the right guy for you, beloved? Elaine Congo said, I'm still so confused why so much talk about a 25-year-old woman not wanting to get married. Y'all be the same people telling your daughter, get your education, see the world, travel, don't rush to have a bunch of babies. You're still young, enjoy yourself. As that age, you're still learning about yourself, and then you add a husband. LOL. Lori, do you? Most of these people talking probably wish they were 25 go again to correct some things, but they want to tell you how to handle your life. Y'all need to leave this girl alone. Every last couple I went to school with that got married or divorced, except one. And I realized this morning they were older. She was in her late 20s and he was in his mid 30s. They're still to marry. They're still together. But everybody else divorced. Every last one of them. Every last one of the people I went to school with that I knew of. There's even a set of twins. Set of twins got married. They're divorced today. We had married weddings in our church one year. Five couples got married one year. 4 out of the 5 are divorced. And I don't even know if the last one I got asked my dad because I know they were having some issues. So no, in 2022, if 25 years old, if you are not ready to get married, do not get married. And if he's ready to get married and you're not ready to get married, then y'all not right. And if you want to get married and he's not ready to get married, y'all not right. This is why dating is about data. That's why I have so many questions for Michael B. Jordan. Like, what was y'all talking about? You went and bought her a whole house? Did she say she's ready to get married? I'm going to come back and do the video about the older man trying to fool the younger woman. Because when I was 28, I had 48-year-old pastors talking about God say you're my wife. I told him, I said, no, I'm not. You're too old. I'm 28. You can be my daddy. You're 48. Now, if I was 38 and he was 48, that's different. It's sort of like with my husband. I was in my mid-30s. He was in his mid-40s. Perfect. But if I was in my mid-30s and he was in his mid-50s, I wouldn't be talking to him. I think 10 years is a good space, but at 25, I don't think a 25-year-old should be getting married, except if she's always wanted to get married. And Lori is not the girl that I've always wanted to be married. She's trying to be the it girl. Okay. Dee, shout out to Dee. She said, I know a girl who married at 24 because he asked. Neither were ready to be married. Never lived on their own apartment or with roommate, etc. Married lasted 1 whole year. See, driving up the divorce rate. You're not ready. I'm actually working on getting ready to be married book. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to be a course or a book or what. I don't know. Alyssa, I love you, Alyssa B. I just love you, Alyssa B. Alyssa B says MJ wasn't supposed to fall in love. I don't think she was serious. And when he bought the house, it was too much for her. He'll go back to his preference, which is the white girl. Okay, I added that. She didn't say that. Frida said it is rare you meet men that come already ready to get married. It is rare. They're not ready. 35, 35, 45. I ask my husband all the time, what took him so long? He said he was not ready. Right, Big Mike? You wasn't ready to get married. But when you saw me, you couldn't pass me up, could you? He wasn't ready. My husband was in his mid-40s. He was not ready. It's wonderful. I wasn't ready to be married. Ladies, a man must be ready. He must be ready. He must be ready to lay his life down. He must be ready to walk in his calling. He must be ready to walk in what God has called him to be. He must be ready to provide, protect, and profess. He must ready to lay his life down for his wife like Christ laid his life down for the church. So if he's ready and you're not ready, he's not right for you. Somebody else said, I couldn't find the comment, I'm giving bad information by telling 25-year-old not to get married. No, I said a 25-year-old who's not ready to get married should not get married because he asks. A 25-year-old should only get married if you've always wanted to get married and you're doing the work and you're preparing yourself and you're ready to submit and you're ready to respect and you're ready to adore and you're ready to clap your hands and you're ready to be the wife he wants to be. But what if he wants a wife that you don't want to be? This is why when I was dating, one of my questions is, do you need me to cook every day? Because I don't cook every day. And I stopped dating about 2 guys. Of course, they were from the islands who want home cooked meals every day. And they both was making less money than me. And I asked my husband when I was dating, do you eat leftovers? He said, oh, I love leftovers. I said, oh, he's the one. I married him because of that. No. So if a man is ready and you're not, he's not the right man for you. Now, Lori might not meet another Michael B. Jordan. People are thinking she might go white. But I would prefer for her to walk away from him than get married and get a divorce. And I commend Michael B. Jordan from walking away because she was not ready to leave the streets. She was not ready to stop being a Instagram. See, my thing is, if I have to stop being who I am to marry you, I don't think we're going to. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. You understand? This is why this saying is you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. I'm not saying that about Lori. That's why that statement is so profound, because she's a hoe and you're trying to turn her into a house. Same thing that I preach and yell and scream over here. He's not a husband. He's not a husband, dear. A man has to become a husband in his own mindset. Proverbs 18:22, I believe. He that finds a wife finds a good thing. So who is going to find a wife? Apparently, it's a husband that's going to find a wife. Well, my daddy said anybody could find a wife. And I talk over here about a husband being prepared to get married. These men are not preparing themselves to get married. It's not just walking down to the courthouse and get married. So ladies, if he's ready and you're not, he's not the right guy for you. He's not the right guy for you. So how can Lori walk away from Michael B. Jordan? He's not right for her. She's not ready. And she probably wanted to be a 10-year girlfriend. Well, I ain't ready yet, but I'll be ready in 5 years. And he's like, oh no, I want to get married at 35. He's ready. Men are usually around 35, 40. They're usually really good and ready. Okay, Proverbs 18:22. Whoso find a wife finds a good thing and obtain favor from the Lord. The way a husband obtain favor from the Lord is the way he treats his wife. So no, I'm not making her a villain. I actually commend Michael from walking away. Because she probably wanted to wait. Hey. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. He not ready. She not ready. She's not ready. And he's like, she probably want to be 10 years a girlfriend. You know how they hang on to the good man. She wanted to hang on to him until she's ready. No. I commend him. I'll do a video for him. I commend him from walking away, dropping her like a hot potato. I love you. I have to go, babes. Pick up this book on Amazon, honey. 2 or 3 tests of guys you might meet 10 years a girlfriend. It will help you. Y'all both have to be ready. I love you. I have to go. Thank you again for my new subscribers, my new cousins. Thank you for joining my membership and the reviews on Amazon. I love and appreciate you. Bye, guys.